G'day, this video is just how to log a work order, to raise a work order. So if you're on a site as a technician or you just want to raise a work order for a club, for a piece of equipment, what you need to do is go into get the club's information, to go to the start screen of the club, hit this all assets button at the top here, all assets group there, and then that'll bring up all the equipment. And then what you can do from here is then you just scroll down to the piece of equipment you need to log a service request for, which for this one happens to be 72. So if I scroll right down to the end, flick it up, it uploads 25 lines at a time. So just let it think, scroll down to the bottom. And here's number 72 here, which is the machine I need. So if I just hit this once quickly, and then just below this here, you'll see the equipment. It's brought up this screen, this part of the screen here, which is the information on that one machine. So here I want to create a new work order. I've checked the serial number, but that's correct. Create work order. And then it will open up this screen. And what it will do, it'll make you up a job number. It doesn't have a job number up here now, but once you save the job, it'll then create a job number. So what you need to do is put the basic information in here, which in this case I've installed this reformer, added it to the Pilates studio here, added an extra piece, but I've forgotten a few parts that I need to supply with it: the accessories, the jump board, and the rubber pad, and the box as well. So in here I'll put installed new reformer, forgot to supply the following items. So then you write the box, rubber pad, the foot strap, and the jump board as an extra accessory that they purchased. So jump board. There's that, and then there's also an issue with the springs. The springs are a slightly different colour. A couple of them look like they're a grey colour galvanised type finish, and the other ones have a chrome shiny finish. So we need 2 by yellow springs, shiny. Oh, that's a finish. That's fine. So you just want to write in here exactly what you want and the issues that you want to raise. And then also, I've already taken some photos. So if I click on this attachments, I can click on add attachment, and then here where it says choose file, you just hit that. It'll go to your photos. If I scroll down here, I've taken some other photos of other issues and things on site here. Here we can see the springs, this one here. So if I hit on that one, then I can add the spring photo. Let's let it think about it, upload it. Then you want to hit the add button again at the top here because I want to add another photo. And then hit this top one, choose file. It'll go straight to your galleries or your photo file. Here we need the strap here that I've seen. So that's the strap there that I need to supply, which that accessory just wasn't bolted onto this reformer bed that I supplied. So we'll have to come back and supply those parts. So the strap we've done, there's the box and the rubber pad in that photo. So photos are always good just to show exactly the part you need, the photo, it'll show the design, the color as well. If it's different vinyl or different shape or style, then you can add them in as well. And then I want to hit add again. And then we scroll down here, there's the jump board. And just add that jump board. I think that's all I need to add. Oh no, I think there's one more. Let it add that photo. There's a photo here. Yes, this one. See, this one's got the black coating missing on the corner there. So I'm just going to add that one. And I'll add that note as well that we need a new Y bar for this particular reformer. This one's brand new, so I'm replacing it, but they may wear out that very tip edge there. If they do fold up these reformers and put them in a corner, it might scratch up or wear that very tip edge where you can see that silver finish from the black. But just let this finish loading. And then down the bottom here, you're going to hit this close button. There's item finding attachment have been either modified, deleted, removed. Yeah, okay. Please check. So EMS gives you warnings about anything that's wrong. So what I might do here, because I've added a fair few photos and I've added my comments. So down here you've got the close button. So what I might do is just close this and then save the information I've got. So see how I've hit closed, but there's no attachment still attached yet. So if I scroll down to the bottom, what you want to do is untick this button because we don't want to send a message, an email to the gym just yet. Hit on the save button. That'll save the information I've put in, that wording of what parts and things, issues are wrong with the machine, and it'll save the photos that I've added as well. So this may take a few extra seconds to think about it down here, but once this just finishes uploading, then we can add some extra information, or then what we'll do is put it back to action needed to supply these parts. I've added photos. I might add the part numbers later, but because with these Peak Pilates, we've got a separate file to look up for part numbers. So you might need to look up the web portal of the company, of the machine, or also look up the online details to find. Something went wrong, please try again. You can see at the top here, work order is already open. So that gives you two indications of things that have come up there. So what this has done, it's taken me back right to the very start of my EMS. So what I might do is hit that back button there. Come back to here. I'll hit save again. So maybe I added too many photos. What you might need to do is just add sort of 2 or 3 photos and then save it, and then go back again and add another 1 or 2 photos or whatever you need to add. I think with the EMS, if you add too many things at once and try to save it all at once in a bulk lot, it won't like it. So we can just add a few things and then save it, and then add a few more information, add a few more photos and save it. With videos, we can only fit 8 meg files to any one 8 meg file. So you can add numerous 8 meg files, but each individual file can't be any more than 8 meg. Or if it's a very high resolution photo that you're taking as well, then that's why it might not add the photos as well. So in this case, it's not adding the photos. I think the photos are what the issue is because it saved the text. So here what I might do is add that final information that I needed, which is the scratch on top of Y bar for foot bar. It's foot bar, but the shape of the foot bar is a Y shape, so I'm just adding that information in there. So what I might do, I've just added that last extra line. I'll go back into my attachments here. I'll add, let's say add a couple of photos just to make sure it saves. So let's add 1 photo there. Hit close. Untick the tick box here because we don't want to send the customer an email. Hit the save button. And let's just see if this photo saves. So it's just still thinking about it, trying to save that photo. So we come in here and we can see we've got all the information. That added extra last line for the Y bar, and you've added that one photo. So I want to add another one. So I'll go to attachments here, hit on that, hit on add attachment, add file, and then scroll down here to the photo that you want to add that one. Let's see if we can add a few here. Let that preload there. And then we're going to hit this. If that's all the photos you need to add, you just hit the close button down below. But I want to add another one, so hit the add button up here. Brings up the file again, choose file, scroll down, jump board box we need. The box, sorry. I do only have 2 bars on my internet here, so maybe actually that's my problem, is I have low signal where I am now. You can see in the top right corner, there's 2 bars there, so it may be the case that I don't have that good a signal. So you might add your photos later. If you need to add them later, at a later stage, you can. So if you get out of that gym, or when you get back to your van or whatnot, or your car, or you get back to better service internet access, then you can upload extra photos then. But just obviously remember to do that if you need to do that. You log on to the club's Wi-Fi as well, which may help you, and then you can save that Wi-Fi connection for the guest or the client login for the Wi-Fi. So then every time you go to that gym, you'll log on to their Wi-Fi when you walk in the door, and then you'll have full internet then with them. If the club does have good access, then just use the data that comes on your phone. But I think that's actually the issue. These things are thinking a bit too long. So I might just close this, scroll down, untick it because I don't want to send it yet to the customer, hit save. Let's see if it uploads these 3 photos or it doesn't like it. And then once you've done this, what we really need to do once it's thought through this is you just need to see I'm raising a new job here. So what I need to do is put it back to action needed, that we need some parts. So I've gone to site, I'm working on another machine, I've found a fault with a different machine, I've looked up the equipment list, I've raised a new job for it, I've added the wording description of what the issue is, and I've added photos. And then what you would also do is look up the diagram wiring schematics, look up part numbers or SKU numbers for the parts you need for that item, so we don't get it wrong. And also photos help as well for the parts interpreters in the back end to save them. So this is still thinking about it, so it might crash again or it might not. No, it hasn't. So see here how we've got 4 photos, so that's there. I might just leave it there for now because I do have low internet. So here, now what we have to do, we've saved all that. Now as a last step, actually if we go to the top here, I can show you the number. So now that I've saved it, you can see here that's the actual work order number. So 42922, that's the actual number that's going to be with this exact job. We've got the first lot of details of the customer details. This is the equipment details, which is this brand new machine we added to the list, 72. I've got the serial number there. So the first part of the serial number tells us the series and the model type that it is. And then the last serial number is the actual last part of the serial number is the actual serial number for this exact machine. And there's my note there saying that Ben installed 24th of the 11th. There's my note on the issue or the parts that I'm missing or the fault. I've added the photos. Here's where you would add part numbers if need be. So you can add them in here. But in this case, what I'll do, I'll just hit this add status. So when you want to put it back to action needed, like you need some further action to get some parts, hit the select status. For New South Wales, we have just the plain action needed, but if you're in other states, you'll just put what state that you're in. So for this one, I'll put action needed there, which is for New South Wales only. And then I'll scroll across here and I can write a comment in here on what I think, any additional information. So you might just say, need to deliver above items that missed on install. So you can write whatever you like, really, just exactly what actions you want to happen. If you want a particular person to come back to a job, you can write that down. If they want to notify a person on site, you can add that person to the job sheet here, saying confirm with Andrew, all okay when return. So that's the club manager for this particular site that I'm at now. So that's all you need to add. So you've got those details in there. And that's all you need to add there. And then what we can do here is then just go down to the bottom. And this time we're going to leave this tick here because we want the club owner or manager to receive the notification of when we save this information, so they can have a record. So I'll leave the tick and I'll hit save. And what that'll do then is then save the job. It'll take it out of my silo and put it into the action needed New South Wales silo. And then we can look up this information, find out all these faults that are here. They can look at the photos and they can determine what parts are needed. And then we can get a tech to come back up here and deliver these parts when they're in the area to get the job complete. So that's how you would raise a new work order and note down what parts you may need for it. Thanks.